So anyone looking for a new home knows the competition has been very tough lately here in the Twin Cities.
No question, but with fall approaching, it is a great time to rev up your search and just watch for the simple requests that could sabotage your sale, though. Watch out for that. Here to talk about that, the fall housing market, and which repair requests could be sabotage that sale is Realtor Amy Jurek from RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Nice to have you here.
Good morning.
Morning.
Happy fall.
Yeah, happy fall. And let's
time.
talk about this time of the season. We know it officially begins, I think, Thursday.
Yep.
So why is the fall, why is autumn a good time for buying a home?
It's a great time to buy because there's less buyers in the market. There's less competition, and sellers are really serious. They can feel that nip in the air. Winter's coming. So it's a nice time to be out there, and I think buyers are getting a discount on a property versus being in that busy, competitive spring market. So this is a perfect time to get in before the snow flies.
So as someone who was in the spring market,
Congratulations.
yeah, we got a house, but I do, you go in the process, and then as a buyer, lots of times you submit after your inspection, you go through some things where you'd say, okay, I'd like A, B, and C done.
Right.
What should a buyer know when you are submitting a list like that? Is it smart to do that? How much should you ask for? I mean,
it's tricky, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it was competitive. You're afraid to ask for anything.
For too much,
You could sabotage and lose the deal. So you got to be really mindful. Always bring up safety and hazard issues, right? For your own sake, also that seller, if they've got a safety issue in their home, they're going to want to know. So those are the types of things that you want to bring to the attention of the seller. But there's a lot of things you don't want to bring up.
Well, let's talk about that because there are some things that you say you should never request.
Yep.
What are those things that we should shy away from?
The Mickey Mouse items, number one.
Yeah.
An inspector is there to report on every issue of the house, small, medium, and large. So you want to stay away from those silly little $10, $20 fixes. Really come and ask for the repairs that are important, not those honeydew type things.
Sure.
sure, don't ask for a paint color change and random things here
like
and
in
there.
our case, they did a radon check, which they do with
Yep.
homes.
Yes.
And they found trace amounts of radon, enough that they needed to put in a mitigation system.
Yes.
Sure.
Yep.
So
very common.
And that's not cheap. So
No.
better that person than me when I get in the home later and realize I have to buy one of these.
Absolutely.
things.
Most of the time, the sellers are putting those in, and you just test every home these days, and radon's all over.
Yeah.
So, traditionally, this last, I'd say 6 to 10 months maybe has been a seller's market.
Yes.
Definitely. Is it still a seller's market, or does the buyer have a little bit more leeway now?
It is still a seller's market, especially in that price point, 2, 3, maybe up to 400,000. Once we get to more of that luxury market, 500 and plus, it's kind of a neutral market.
That's more the buyer's market. Isn't it?
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. It is. It's harder to sell. Takes longer to sell those properties.
So we've seen people kind of come back into the cycle, and you said kind of coming back into the area, but they're wanting homes that are a little bit smaller and maybe a little bit less for the payment, because being house poor is not fun for anyone.
Not at all. We've got a lot of boomerang buyers coming into the market that left maybe due to foreclosure or short sale. And they're coming back into the market, eating up a lot of our inventory. But I think the buyers are smarter now. They want enough space, not too much space.
Right.
They want this payment, and let's stick to that. So people aren't getting too out of themselves like they did maybe 10, 12 years
And
ago.
location is still key. too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Location. That'll always be the rule. That'll never go away.
Yeah. Good news for both the buyer and the seller.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Amy Jurek,
Amy.
thanks so much.
Thank
from
you.
RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Thanks for being here again.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you.